Well, good afternoon, everybody. We are going live now on Tuesdays through the summer, and I might just keep this schedule because so many people seem to like it, especially in the European sector. So enjoying it. And want to say hello to everybody that doesn't know me. My name is Araya Anra, and I am known as the Dragon Lady. And having a little fun today. You guys have never seen me wearing a hat, but got this from the SpaceX program, and I gotta say, I just love it. So up there, Crew Dragon, out there, I love that they were inspired by that. And now my boys and I have each gotten one of these fabulous hats. Hi, Annabelle. And so now we can be Crew Dragon when we're walking around together, and having a lot of fun with that. I even got myself a t-shirt. It's got a great dragon on the back, and it's inspiring potential new lines with the Lara that's coming out soon. So wanted to come in and talk today, as we do every week. We answer your questions live, and when you guys don't have questions, I go off on whatever I feel like talking about. So oddly enough, there's the Black Dragon has been around all morning wanting to engage with me and be present. Actually started yesterday afternoon when I was doing some photographs of one of the new canvas prints. Well, I was doing quite a few of them, but the Black Dragon really stuck out to me, and I felt like he's been speaking to me ever since. And we're in this phase, and what I want to talk about today is this aspect of the reset button that we're in, and why or how the Black Dragon is around us right now. Because about a month ago or so, and since around the equinoxes when the crystal dragon energies have been so prevalent to work with, and the Black Dragon now is coming up and saying, all right, you need to be paying attention to me. Let's really do some work. Let's get some final shadow pieces out. And why is that? So one of the things that we talked about starting in March is how this is really a time of reset, that this whole worldwide global thing that is happening is allowing some stillness. It's allowing a slowdown. Many of you have had experiences where your life is sort of come to a standstill or major slowdown, where maybe you are off work for a while, or maybe your work just slowed down, or you work for yourself and it's gotten quiet. Some of you are as busy as ever, and I understand that too. But even on the externals of, you know, how much we go to the grocery store, how much we go out and do activities outside, it's been really held off. And now that things are opening up, the messages I've been getting, because remember, this whole reset button is the importance of the stillness, and that this entire space of taking the time to be still, taking the time to just shine your light, to really hold that light and hold it in the midst of all this chaos. Because it's the light workers that are here on the planet that are here to really hold that space, to really hone into not buying into the fear, the chaos, this bigger external agenda that's going on, and be the ones that hold the space so that that pervades all through the collective consciousness, to bring that stillness, that anchored holding cell, that holding pattern, knowing that we are visioning the greater, that we are holding on to the vision of what we want this new earth to be like, what we want this new era of peace and harmony to unfold into. And so wanted to bring it to your attention, and I feel like this is why the Black Dragon has been around. And hello, Willica. That we did it for March and April, right? And May was getting a little more like, all right, breathing through it, feeling stuff happening. Hello, Robin. And now that we're like moving into almost July, we're at the end here of July. So we've had a good 3 months from the middle of March to middle of June to really be in that pause, to be in that reset stillness. And some of you are starting to get stir crazy. You're getting angst and like wanting to be back out there. And what really needs to happen right now is, while the planetary alignments are completing, while there's some bigger patternings energetically that are playing out, and some construction of the bridges and the new templates and the new earth, and while all that is being created, and the structure around the global physical aspects that need to be shifted. Yes, thank you, Robin. This is my new digs for this week. I thought I'd have fun with my new hat. We have this period of, and I've been feeling for months, and I've talked about it a little bit that around the third week of July, and I believe it's probably after that next new moon in July, everything's going to open up in a different way. That it's like we're going to be past the hump, we're going to be past the hardest part, and that's been the allowance of some restructuring that needs to happen, and some big things that are part of the bigger world game that need to fall into place. And so allowing right now that we're all anxious, we're all like ready to get back out there. Things are opening up, businesses are opening up, and maybe you're going back to work much stronger than ever, and it's pushing us back into that go, do, let's be busy. And there's a real strong message right now of coming back into saying, stay in your stillness. Allow increased activity if you need, but stay in that energetic, mental, emotional place of holding stillness, holding for the reset, and patience with it, and allowing it to come in as it needs to, not pushing, not driving towards it, just holding, because there's a lot of things that need to realign into themselves. So as we're doing that, and we've been in this place of receiving a lot higher frequencies, we had that beautiful download last week from these incredible crystals that graciously, there's Ikira on the call that actually was the one that knew these were for me and sent them out. And I'm just feeling for some reason I need to hold them up here again. With that beautiful transmission that came down last week, and if you didn't receive that, go and watch last week's live video last Tuesday. It was a quite powerful, unexpected unfolding that involved these two crystals and a big Atlantean download. So while that is happening here, whatever's happening with my left hand and these crystals on the call, taking it into an awareness of we're still internally in a rebuild. We've had a lot of higher frequencies come in, and what happens when a bunch of higher frequency comes in? All the little dust bunnies and the things that are still rolling around at the bottom of the field that are our final pieces of shadow, that shadow work that you've been maybe putting off to the last minute, the very little leftover dust bunnies, still needs to be cleared and done. And that's what the black dragon does for us. He is here, she is here, and they are ready to work with you. And I know that that's why I'm feeling, I've got my black dragon pendant, lovely with my black dragon hat, and this little guy. It is very prevalent right now. So if you don't know how to call the black dragon in, it is for those of you that have the book. In there, one of the CD tracks on the book is that looped mantra to play in the background to help you get into that frequency. And there is a guided meditation, very powerful, and a new one that I put out on the website now with the black dragon. There's with the black, the white, and the crystal. But if you just want the black dragon to really take you into it right now for some final clearing, those tools are available. And just knowing that they're ready to be called, they're ready to be worked with, because they go in and help you go through the rest of your body. Oof, that felt complete. Don't know what just came from the crystals, but you guys will feel it. We've got those little pieces that are starting now as we get engaged again. Pay attention to your law of attraction. Pay attention to the events that are unfolding around you. Hello, Janine. Because they're going to help trigger those final bits of shadow that you haven't been wanting to see or haven't been looking at. And that's when we know, like, okay, here I am, I'm going back in. I've been in this great place of stillness and reset and quiet in my house, and now I'm interacting with people again. And maybe other people are also tired of being cooped up, or they're having a bad day, or they have a headache, or you never know what goes on, but they might turn and say something short to you, and sort of triggers you off into thinking, well, I'm moving into a world of peace and harmony, and here this guy is upset with me, or I'm upset with them. And it's those little nuances that are going to start coming to be cleared. And if we do the work on ourselves, then it will allow space for the rest of the collective to do its own work, and to have all of those things come up to the light of day and iron them out. Because this is the period, and I guess we should say it that way, this is the period of the light of day hitting everything. This is the lid being taken off so that we can actually move forward without any baggage, without any dust bunnies in the closet, and really allow ourselves to be full crystalline frequency, to walk through that doorway into a harmonious new, and receive the gold frequencies, receive that divine light, be really anchored in a new way in our light bodies, in our crystalline forms. So Robin saying sensitivity is most definitely high since the pause within. Absolutely. You can't go into a pause and a reset and be at home for a couple of months and not go back out in the world and not receive triggers. There's going to be things that you see differently, that you feel differently, that because you're different on the inside. When you have shifted that much, and you might not feel like, wow, I don't feel like it did a lot of work, there was a lot of energies coming in, whether you were consciously aware of them or not, and you have been shifting. And so when you go back out into the world, you're going to perceive and respond to it differently. Hopefully from a higher, more harmonic place. But all of that is also going to show you and reflect for you those little pieces that are still stuck, that are seeing the light of day and going, oh, yeah, I haven't dealt with that one yet. So just allowing that and knowing that you are supported by specifically the black dragons right now. And of course, I am here to support all of the dragons that are out there. If you need a physical dragon to talk to, send me your questions. Let me come and do a live next week about what's on your heart or what's really troubling you moving forward. That's what I'm here for, and what my goal is to give you more and more tools. That's why I keep building on the website and adding, the next book club will be in the fall, and trying to get the layer out so that you have things around you in your environment that are supportive energetically, that you have the book and guided meditations, and in development with a new program to have introductory information that really moves people in like a very base level introduction to the dragon realms. So I want to make what you need, and I don't know what you need if you don't let me know. If you don't reach out and say, I see all these things, where do I go with it? Do you know I have free discovery calls? I have free 20-minute discovery calls where if you're just waking up to your dragons and just finding out who and what they are, let's get on the phone and tell you your next step. Where do you need to go? It may or may not be a session with me. It might be a book or referencing how to work with what you have. But that's on my booking calendar. Go to either invokehealing.com or dragonwithin.com, the homepage. There's book now buttons that will take you to that booking calendar to find those free 20-minute discovery calls. And if you don't see, like if you do want to go in and dive into a reading, I often am booked about 3 weeks out. The calendar only goes 3 weeks out. And so if you don't see an open spot, just keep looking. Go back a week later and see what's opened up for the following week. So hopefully you guys are feeling that, feeling the expansion. I think it's interesting that after the really nice download that we received last week from these beautiful Atlantean code crystals, that now the black dragon is swooping in and ready to scouge the bottom with you. Just really dive deep and scrape the bottom to bring up all of those last bits, because they can't go forward with us. And I tell you what, energetically, as I said, when we move into July and August, when the templates are complete after that Lionsgate portal, August 8th, I'm going to be doing a very large activation with my Dragon Hearts. The next one is July 7th, but then we're going to be doing a really big one with all of them on August 8th, and you guys will be allowed to tune in energetically or just receive, but the bridge is being completed, and the new templates of the new earth, I've been told, will be complete by then. So what does that mean for us moving forward? How is it unfolding? All of that is still yet to see, but energetically that means, all right, we received a bunch more. Now we really got to smooth out our own place. We've got to get all those last bits and pieces up and out. And very powerful, fast way to do it is to use the dragons and their service and their love for you to flesh it all out. So wishing you guys a great week of fun in the sun. For those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, we finally have had our longest day of the year, loving how much daylight we have. And so we are finally in summer. It went from, 80 degrees to now it's 95 to 100 overnight. It's like, whew, okay, I feel like I'm wilting like a tomato plant that's been left out in the sun without water. So wishing you guys beautiful sunny weather in your winters as well for the Southern Hemisphere. I know we typically have some Australians on and a lot from South Africa. So always reaching out and sending giant dragon hugs to all of you all over the world. Really grateful for my dragon family. And there we have Scotland up there. I hope it's beautiful up there. Joanne, good to see you. And I do have to mention Joanne there. She has created a special private line of Organite Dragons for the lair, which I'm excited for, with her beautiful inspiration and incredible sensitivity in her work and high energetics that she puts into the creation of them. So very excited to introduce that line to everybody. So have a wonderful, wonderful week. We will see you next Tuesday, and feel free to send your questions, because I will just keep talking about what I want to talk about unless you guys send me some specifics. So have a great, great one. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.